Welcome back to Good Day Dayton. One of the biggest art events that happens in the Miami Valley every year is the Wright State Arts Gala, and we're getting you details on that. Today we've got some wonderful professors and students and all folks involved with this event here in studio today. I want to introduce our friends who are part of this event, Dr. Zaringer, Chris Donnie, and Alexis, all here this morning to talk about their involvement in this wonderful event. Before we get more details, my friends, how are you doing this morning?
Doing great.
Doing great.
We are happy to have you here, and I'm going to start with you, Dr. Zaringer, because for anybody who's not familiar with ArtsGala, we're going to get them familiar right now, but why don't you start us off by giving us the broad context here. How big of a deal is this event every year at Wright State?
Every year, it's like the penultimate event for us. This is our 25th year of holding the event. It starts every year at 7 o'clock and runs until around 11:30 that night. And over those past 25 years, we've been able to raise over $4 million in scholarships for students like you're going to meet here today.
Of course, so it's a great fundraising event, but it's also a great event to showcase artwork and different types of performance art put together by the students. Before we chat with some of the students in particular, what are some of the types of art that we see at this event?
Absolutely. So what sets our gala apart from different galas in the area is that you can come that evening and you can see dancing, live sculpting and drawing. You'll get to see a little bit of a Broadway show, jazz ensembles, orchestra, a little bit of motion picture, some fun camera work things going on, different types of choirs, opera rooms. There's a little bit for everyone there, and you get to pick how you spend your evening.
And this marks 25 years of the fun here at ArtsGala. So many years of great art. Let's talk some specifics about what these students in particular are up to. Alexis, I want to start with you. First of all, tell me about your major. What do you do at Wright State, and how is that going to be on display at this event?
Okay, so I'm a sculpture photography major. I'm in my junior year, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually one of the live artists at the ArtsGala. I'll be doing drawing, either charcoal or pencil. So I'll be really enjoying that in the company.
So you're very involved in the art space. I love it. So when you say you'll be a live artist there, does that mean you'll be literally doing an art creation from beginning to end in front of folks at the event?
Correct.
That is very cool. Maybe you can just talk to me more about what that's like as an artist. Where do you get your inspiration or just some of the important workflows that you learn? Talk to me about how you've been able to develop those skills or be inspired to create those skills.
Yeah, so as an artist, of course, I take inspiration from everywhere. It's one of the joys I get of being there. I was really inspired by my grandparents. They've been there to support me since I started here. So inspiration from them as well.
Well, we're wishing you the best of luck, not just at this event, but your entire art career going forward. I want to introduce Donnie as well. Tell me, what is the art you'll be presenting at this event?
So I'm a senior violin performance major, and so I will be playing a couple of Bach's sonatas and partitas.
That is very exciting. For those who aren't familiar, is that a very difficult performance? I'm not too familiar with that myself.
So Bach is one of the more intricate composers in the violin repertoire, just because there's no accompaniment, and so there's nowhere for a violinist to really hide.
There's a lot. Yeah, nowhere for the violinist to hide. You're absolutely right. So that's going to be a great performance. So these are just two of the many types of performances. We saw some video on screen of what some of the bigger group performances are going to be like. If anybody wants to be a part of this event, can you help me out here? Where do we get tickets? How do we get more information or details?
Absolutely. So if you just type in ArtsGala 2024, it's going to take you right to our webpage. And when you get to the webpage, you'll be able to choose from 3 different levels of patrons. So you can choose to buy tickets at the lower price point or at a higher price point. All of the money that we raise goes straight towards scholarships to benefit these students. And there's also going to be plenty of different spirits there for you to try out. There's a cigar tent for those of you who maybe want to take a break.
Overall, it's going to be a ton of fun. We're just about out of time. The last thing I just want to make sure we got clear. Remind me the exact day and time.
So it's this coming Saturday. And it will start at 7 p.m. and will run all the way up until about midnight.
We're just about out of time. We appreciate you, 3 of you, being here in studio. Best of luck with this event and everything else going forward. Stick around, my friends. More of our show that's coming up. That's going to be right after this quick commercial break.